show some drawings to you. Okay, just open some drawings here. Okay. So this is a typical drawing of a footing layout. In this, you are asking me how to draw this diagram, or you asking me how they are giving this spacing?
All these things are like sir, I think you are not
Just
getting.
answer me. Just answer. Try to answer my question. What I'm asking here is that do you want to know how to draw these drawings, or do you want to know how they are giving this spacing, on what basis they are giving this spacing? 5745. How it is coming here? 2000. How it is coming here? This one you are asking, or what kind of questions you are asking? I just want to clarify that one.
Yes sir, I'm just
Are you able
asking.
to get my
Yes,
point?
I got your question, sir. I just asking sir how to complete this all drawing, sir. Completion of drawing.
So you don't you are not bothered about this values, right? 5745, 5800. You are not concerned about that. Whatever values you are given, you are going to draw that values, right?
Ah, yes sir.
Also, those things we can find only through analysis. So I just want to clarify that.
What sir,
So
your
the thing is
voice
that
is what, sir?
my voice is slow.
Yeah, yes sir, it's too low.
Now, is it clear?
Ah, yes sir, it's fine now.
Just okay. So let's go to here. And these are the things you have mentioned. So you want to know what is a foundation layer plan, column layer plan, footing and foundation,
Yes sir.
beam, column, slab, staircase, detailing, all. So what I will do is, first of all, we will work with the detailing portion,
Okay.
because these are very basic things. We won't be, what is that? We don't have much to work in when we are doing works on creating a foundation layout or column layout. We'll be just copying them and placing them. That's all we will be doing that. So what
Okay.
I will do is I will be focusing on the detail. First we will work on the some column reinforcement. We will take some examples and how they are giving that column reinforcement, and how what kind of schedules we can give for the column reinforcement.
Okay.
That kind of things we will do. We'll finish for column, then we'll go for the beam, and then we'll go for slab and staircase, like that. We will finish one by one. Okay.
Ah, that's fine, sir. Yeah.
So we'll take an example here. So let us consider a column of size.
Mm.
There are different methods, right? So everyone will be following different methods, and I will be following some methods. So we just need a final output. For the companies, there are different kind of specification, different kinds of things. Suppose company is getting a project from US client, then their system will be different. If a company is getting a project from UK, then the
Mm.
system will be different. So according to the, I'm just using a generalized method.
Mm. Okay, sir.
So column size can be, let's say, 230 cross 500 mm. And I'm going to use the main boss equal to 8 times. Setup should be 8 mm at 150 mm center to center. It can be, I'm not using 2 lug, let's say, let me use the 4 lug concept.
Mm. Yes, sir.
Do you know about the 2 lug, 3 lug, 4 lug concept, right?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Column layer curve can be. So these are my specification. Let's try to draw this one. Okay, just going to my plan here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to click the rectangle which we saw in the yesterday class. So I'm just selecting some point here and selecting the dimensions options here.
Mm.
In the column, always the 500 mm. This will be my x-axis. This is my major axis and this is my minor axis. So my length is going to be 500 and my width is going to be 230 mm. So whatever dimension they are giving, that will be is going to be it's going to look like this. Okay. So this is my 500 and this is my 230 mm. They will call this as major axis and they will call this as my minor axis. This is how it will work here.
Mm. Yes, sir.
So I have created this one. Next thing what I'm going to do is I'm going to give an offset of 30 mm. For offset I can either click here or just give a O command and give a value of 30 mm coming over here.
Mm.
So I just created my offset here. Then what I had to do is I'm just checking here what is the diameter of my ball. It is 16 mm diameter. So for that what I had to do is I'm just coming over here once again. I'm using the tan radius option here. So I'm selecting this point and giving a radius of 16.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
My circle will be formed here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use a command called as divide. I'm going to use a command called divide because I need 3 segments here. Let us look at here. One more point I want to add here is that 16 mm there equally distributed on two sides.
Mm.
So I'm going to provide my reinforcement only on these two sides only, these sides and these sides. So what I need is I am going to get a column here, I mean a reinforcement here and one more reinforcement here. And apart from that, I'm going to create a reinforcement here and also here also. So
Mm. Yes.
totally 4 reinforcements. So 3 segments I need to provide here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give a command called as divide and I need to select this line, but this line is not selected. The whole segment is getting selected. I don't want to select like this. So what I'm doing is I'm just clicking X means explode.
Okay.
I'm selecting this one and giving enter. So then what is happening here is the whole segment has been divided into single segments now.
Mm.
Then I'm giving divide and I'm selecting my object to divide. How many segments you want to divide into? I want to divide into 3 segments. But I'm not seeing any kind of difference. It's looking still the same only. It's because there will be some points there which is not visible for me. So to make the points visible, what I'm doing is I'm going to my utilities options. In that I'm going to my point style and in that I'm choosing say something.
Okay.
Now I can see how it has been separated. So these
Mm.
are the commands we will be studying. Instead of studying the commands, I'm just directly going to my drawing and while doing the drawing, I'm explaining this. Okay.
Mm. Okay, sure, sir. Okay.
So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this one, copy it, show this from this point. It's not connecting these 2 points. So what I'm going to do is select right click, node options. Right click
Okay.
node, it will get selected. Okay. So
Okay,
once
sir.
I have created two things, what I'm going to do is I'm going to select this one and this one. Without command mi at the center of this line.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. So that's all. I don't know need the this reference point and also I can delete them. Since all the sides 16 mm is provided, what I can do is I can easily select these things, this one, this one, and this one, and mirror again, and make sure this,
Hmm.
this way I can mark it like this. The next thing what I had to do is after creating these things, I need to provide the stirrups for these things and all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to there's a concept called as quadrant. Quadrant means there will be four quadrants for the what is it for a circle.
What's
So
the
I
what,
want
sir?
to quadrant QUADRANT quadrant. I
Okay.
need to find the quadrant for this one. So what I'm doing is shift right click quadrant. So my quadrant will be visible for me
Hmm.
from here to here. Again
Okay.
quadrant. Once again here also I'm going to draw the same way. Line, right click, escape, line, shift right click, quadrant,
Okay.
point, right click. Okay. So I just have drawn my stirrups. Now what I have to do is I'm going to do one more thing. I'm creating a rectangle from this point to this point. Okay. I'm just creating a rectangle from this point to this point, and one more rectangle from this point to this point. I will explain why I have created this one.
Okay, sir.
Lock it.
Hmm.
After creating these two things, what I'm going to do is I'm going to move away from this one and this one. Yum command for move. It's moving away from here. So then next what I'm going to do is here is that I'm going to create the fillet option so that it will be bended like this.
Hmm.
For that I'm using the fillet option which is F command fillet,
Hmm.
and after selecting the fillet I'm going to give the radius here that is 16 mm radius and multiple options.
Okay.
Spline, 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 spline. So in the sorry, like this I have used the fillet commands to make the stirrups one.
Hmm.
You might be asking how what values you are seeing it. The stirrup should be in the values in such a way that it should cover the circle portion for me. Suppose if there is a 12 mm circle here, I should be using around 12 mm dia like that I have to use here. Okay. So since I am using a 16 mm, I am using the radius of 16 mm here. So next thing what I have to do is I have to create a hooks here. Some kind of hooks I need to provide.
Yes, sir.
So for providing hooks, what I'm doing is just selecting here. So I'm not some point I'm selecting here and make sure it has been turned off. Generally, the hooks will be provided in 90 degrees, 45 degrees, 135 degrees, or 180 degrees. These are the angle the hooks will be provided.
Yes, sir.
So what I'm doing is that, and the length can be 50 mm or something like that. I'm going to provide a length of 50. I will show you how they are giving the 50 mm and how to calculate those values and all. I will show you a book as per the Indian code.
Hmm. Okay, sir.
And since the angle will be calculated from the in this direction, what is the from the anti-clockwise direction? What I had to do is I had to give an angle of 135 degrees, 90 plus 45 degrees.
Hmm.
A hook has been 45 degree hook has been created here. Then what I'm doing is I'm selecting another option, selecting this option, enter, and make sure for the same.
Okay.
Are you able to understand this one?
Yes, sir.
So then what I'm doing is I'm selecting this one and selecting this one. Uh, I can check whether I can mirror this. Mirror. So I have created my hoops, which is of 45 degrees. In case if I want the hoops here also, I need to do the same things here.
Hmm.
I just select this ones and select this one and select this one and select this one. Well, okay.
Hmm. Yes,
So
sir.
I have created my hooks here. So that's all. So this is my basic diagrams. And what else I have to do is I need to use the hatch options here.
Okay.
Hatch options. And I'm going to use some patterns like solid. Section. Okay. So these are my things I have mocked here. And what I'm going to do with this thing is I'm just going to move here slightly. I'm going to move this one. Okay, slightly I'm moving this one like this. And then giving a fillet command of the same values. What is it? Uh, polyline, for so I'm going to use this for my scheduling options. So I
Hmm.
have created like this. So this is the very basic example for creating my what is it? Yeah, column reinforcement detail. Since still now I haven't given any details about just a drawing alone I have created it. In case if they have given something like this,
Hmm. Yes, sir.
one more option will be that main reinforcement minimum phone numbers.
Okay.
1 second reinforcement, full amount, phone numbers. Suppose if they are given something like this, what I have to do is all the corners will be of main reinforcement.
Hmm. Yes, sir.
All the corners will be of main reinforcement, and these things, the one which are coming inside, it should be of minimum reinforcement. That is 12 diameter. So according to that, I have to draw this one. Okay.
Hmm. Yes, sir.
Are you able to get my point, or should I draw again? Should I create a one more drawing for that?
If you create means it will
Okay,
be.
I will create that. I'm
Okay.
just going to copy this one,
Hmm.
place here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to, I don't want this portions around. I'm going to delete this because I need to be verified.
Hmm. Yes, sir.
Then once again, I'm going to select this one, divide option, and this is my object to divide. And how many segments means I'm going to use the 3 segments options again.
Okay.
And in the circle option, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the 2 point option. Right?
Oh, yes, sir.
I need to snap this point. So what I'm doing is I click node option from here, only amount.
Okay.
Okay? And similarly, I don't need this point here after. I'm going to take this one. And once again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to mirror the options. Enter. This way, first point of mirror line, second mirror line,
Hmm.
one, mirror option, so I have created this will indicate my 16 mm dia and this will indicate my 12 mm.
Hmm.
I
Yes,
think
sir.
I have wrongly given the size here. Instead of 16 mm dia, I have given 32 mm by giving radius as 16. Okay, that's too much difference. So okay, no problem. So then what I have to do is I have to draw the quadrant line again here.
Okay. Mm.
If you want, we will change this so that it will. Because we need to remove everything because it's of wrong dimensions and all.
Oh.
What mistake I made is I have to given a what is that, a 8 mm radius instead of that I have given 16 mm radius.
Oh, yes, yes.
I didn't notice that, and I'm using my circle tan radius. What should I have given is tan 8 mm. This is the correct one,
Ah, yes.
and I don't need to get one more. Well, one, one, well,
Okay.
concept is going to be same. I just
Ah, yes, sir.
the wrong one. Then I will use my fillet. The fillet I will use a radius of fillet. Use the radius of 8 mm. Equal. Okay. So here hatch what I will do is for 16 mm dia will get for 12 mm I will leave it like this
Mm, okay.
so that I can sorry step step project hatch once again. If you are finding difficult, what you can do is you can just select object and just select the circle alone. You will get this is how it's going to work for. I'll close hatch generation and that's all. Let's say so in case if the this is one way of doing it, and after doing that, what I can do is I can give the dimensions here.
Mm, yes, sir.
This is going to be my dimension. The problem is that my dimension is not properly visible at all. So to change the dimension sizes and all, what I have to do is I have to click the D button, that is dimension style,
Mm, yes, sir.
step, and I go to my ISO 25 and change modify it. And the text commands I'm adjusting the sizes to be 10.
Okay.
And symbols and arrows again 10. Suppose if something is very new to you, just let me know. I will make sure that topic is we will go slow on that topic.
Mm,
And
no.
arrows 10 and what else? Yeah, that's it. Okay. So it's looking good, but I need some more gap here. I don't want to be this much closer. So what I am going to do is be again dimension style, modify, and the lines. What I'm going to do is offset from origin. I'm going to make this as 3 mm.
Okay.
That's also so that I can see clearly the gap between the dimension lines and the object lines. Okay.
Mm, yes, sir.
So this is a basic detailing of what is that a column. So in some columns you will be getting reinforcement on all the four sides. So that I have to put reinforcement here and here also. Let's say I will show some more work here. So this is how we will be scheduling those things. So column tag C1 indicates that what is meant by C1 is that it's a grid positions.
Yes,
So
sir.
C is one grid, one is one grid. And load on column, I'm not going to concern about that because I don't know about the loads and all. And those columns are adapted. In which and all columns we are going to use this type of column A01, A09, E01. These again are grid portion. So number of columns is 04. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I have made a small mistake here. C1 indicates a type of column. Like I'm just giving a name, and this C1 column, this sizes will come for these grid positions and all A01, A09,
Oh,
B01, and B09. Okay, so
yes,
I'm
sir.
just giving a name here, and I'm just giving values here. And how many number of columns is coming here, and the column sizes, and base plate means it's a combination of steel and RCC. Both will be coming here. So that's why they have given
Yes,
base
sir.
plate and all. We don't need this. And then they have given the longitudinal ball details, 12 numbers of 20 dias. We will give it in the seven before here. And AST and percentage of reinforcement. And lateral ties they have given for this. Suppose if the lateral ties are not equally spaced, we have to indicate how they have been spaced with each other. Okay?
Hmm.
And they will provide a sketch of this. This is the reason why I have separated this one because I have to provide something like this here.
Yes, sir.
So I have to provide a stirrups profile that is tied completely here. So that's why after creating the stirrups, I will just separate it down so that I can show it has been created like this way.
Oh, yes, sir.
Okay. Are you able to understand this one?
Ah, yes, sir. Got it, sir.
One more thing I need to add here is that I need to add this stirrups mark to here also. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to selecting this one and see this one and this one and this one. Then what I'm doing is I'm selecting copy option. Make sure you choose some proper base point here. I'm choosing this one as my base point.
Okay.
After placing them, use EX command. EX command. Enter, enter,
Okay.
Control Z, Control Z. Yes. Enter. One more thing I have to make sure is that I don't need these two things to touch each other. Okay. Click an instant.
Yes, sir.
Similarly, while bringing this one to here, you have to very careful about the base point we are choosing here. I had to because I had to check one options. In case if I am bringing one more legs here, then I have to mark something like this. That is one more leg has been present here. I have to consider that also. So these are the things we have to consider while doing this drawing. Don't mark any kind of dimensions here. I just mark it here so that I you know how to increase the sizes of those diagrams. Generally, what I will do is while placing them here, I will be marking those dimensions. This is how column building will be done. And this is the reinforcement again. Another sections they have provided here. We will create
Hmm.
this one also. Just creating a column. Let's say my uh, this column is going to come from ground floor to second floor. Let's say I indicate that it's going to come from ground floor to second floor. So what I'm
Okay.
doing is I'm creating a value of 3,000. After 3,000, I will be getting a what is the beam will be created for me.
Yes, sir.
Again, the beam depth can be something around 230 mm. So what I can do is offset 3 mm, 30 mm, and know the column will be 230 mm or 500 mm. Any one direction we can show it here.
Okay.
Once again, it's going to be up to the next level. So I'm not going to show up to the next level. So instead of that, what I'm doing is I'm just drawing up to some 1500.
Mm.
Up to some 1500. I can, sorry, just offset 500 mm. Another option. So I just lift it little bit so that I can find the middle between these two.
Mm.
I don't have to. The steps is going to be the same values. It's not going to change it completely. So what I can do is I don't have to drop it. Drop this is 1500. I can keep either way.
So your voice is cracking, sir. Now, hello.
Yeah. One second, one second. Now is it clear?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay. So this is a beam and this is also a beam, and my column is not getting finished here. It is going up here. It is
Mm.
going to be continued up to above here also,
Yes, sir.
and here also it is going to be continued below this point. So what I have to do is I'm coming to my express tool here
Okay.
and using an option called as break line symbol here.
Oh, yes, sir.
The break line symbol, what I'm doing is that I'm selecting this point and selecting this point and giving a center. This indicates that I am cutting this portion, I'm showing it. I'm not showing the full portion. I just cut this portion, I'm showing this. This is called as
Oh.
break line symbol. Okay, are you able to understand this one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And once again, here also I'm doing the same. I'm not showing the full portion, just showing.
Okay.
And once I have finished this one, what I have to do is, this is a 500 mm, and what I have to do is I'm just going to offset it by 30 mm here,
Okay.
30 mm here, and give an extent of, sorry, extent some constraint completely. I'm just zooming here and creating a line here so that I can extend this one.
Okay.
Extend, enter,
Oh.
and I can remove this one. And what I have to do is express tool, right line symbol, that's it.
Mm.
So for the next one, what I have to do is I'm just creating a line here, some random line. And after creating the random line, what I'm doing here is that I'm selecting this one and dividing it. I want to divide it into how many segments I want to divide it. I want to divide it into three segments. So divide, tab, select the option to divide, approx segments 3. And
Okay.
what I can do is copy this one. This is my base point, and I have to place it here. Put right click so that it will be placed equally. Once
Oh.
again, copy, shift right click, or
Okay. Mm.
are you able to understand up to this one?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Once I have created this one, I have to provide the stirrups. For providing stirrups, it has to come little bit outside. The outside length will be can be of the what is the stirrups dia or the AD something like this. For example, if I'm considering here, I have to take some kind of distance from this point. Take some point. So from this point, I have to create this line. What I'm going to do is I'm just creating points here. PO point. From this point, I have to create my lines. And similarly, I need one more point on the other side, mirror option. The reason why it is appearing small and it is appearing large is because the point style is set to size to relative to scale. So how much zoom when we are creating the points,
Hmm.
how much zoom we have applied. According to that, the size will vary for me. Okay.
Oh, okay, sir.
So again, what I can do is I will just come over here and make sure the node option has been turned off. After creating the, what I can do is inserting copy. Uh, this is go to my base point, and I'm going to click the array option here. Let's say the array options here, right?
Ah, yes, sir.
Array
Yeah.
options here, and get the number of items to array. I'm just doing some random numbers here, 30 or something,
Okay.
and fit. I'm just going to give the options here.
Oh,
This is one way of doing it. I will show some other better way also.
okay.
So I can go it like this. This is one way of doing it. I'm not comfortable with this method, so I'm going to use another method. I'm selecting this one and going to give path array here. Okay? And this is my path. These are my reinforcement.
Hmm.
These are my stirrups, and I want a spacing of 150 mm.
Okay. Oh, hmm. Yes, sir.
So that's all. Suppose if there will be beams reinforcement will be coming here. We will see on with the later classes also. So now we have a somewhat idea about column scheduling. I mean column detailing, right?
Hmm. Yes, sir.
What else we need to show here? Here also we won't be mentioning the names, just the H values. This should be point to H. That is, the shear reinforcement has to be. We used to study like this, like the shears are maximum of the corners, the shears are minimum of the middle, right?
Ah,
So
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
whenever the corners is coming, there will be a lot of stirrups will be placed close together. So that height they have mentioned as point to H. So
Oh,
how to give this kind of dimensions means very simple. I'm just coming over here and giving this dimension, solving this one and solving this one. This is the biggest advantage of AutoCAD. What I can do is I can come over here and I can change this touch. In Revit, sorry, in Revit it is not possible at all.
hmm. Yes, sir. Okay.
Your H quality. If you look at sketches, the sizes of if you feel the sizes are very small, you can always go here and make sure you change the sizes to some other values. Okay, so
Hmm.
so this is how they have drawn this one. Okay. So S indicates a span or the distance between the beam, something like this. And what I have done is they have make sure that this line looks transparent, so that it doesn't affect the actual drawing at all.
Hmm.
So these kinds of things we can do. And similarly, this also looks kind of little transparent. So how to make sure this also looks transparent for uh, what I'm going to do is I'm coming. In here, again coming the dimension styles, modify the lines. What I'm going to do is, oh, sorry, I can't do using this method. What I have to do is I have to use the layers options. I have to create a layers. In that layers, I have to use some kind of transparency. After that, I can use this. And in case if I want to change the colors like this, what I have to do is dimension style. B. One more thing I want to show you is that this is dimension line. That is, this is dimension line. This is extension line.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
this is extension line. This is dimension line. The D, well, modify. Next color be green.
Oh.
Why some kind of boxes appear? So I'll not filter. Next color should be green. And the symbols and arrows in that and lines. I want the color of dimension line to be red. I want the line color of the extension line to be green. Okay, set color, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, what else we practice here? So that's all about column. One more thing I want to ask you is that what do you mean by this critical column and critical indicate position of the column structure? What is mean by that? What way you are indicating that?
For the critical column, you are asking, right?
Uh, I understand critical column. You want to mention that these are critical columns like that.
Hmm.
Yeah, but, generally we don't use techniques like that. Like in the drawing, these are critical, these are critical, these are critical. Now we don't
Oh,
use like that.
no need, sir. No need this.
Okay, okay. What we do is in this we can mention in the marks we can mention like this. The remarks I can mention these are critical column, these are not critical column. Still, I have to tell you how to put these tables, and there are two ways to create these tables. Those things we will see tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sure, sir.
Do you have any doubts in today's class
No, sir. Till
up
now,
to
no,
this
sir.
point?
Up to I got it,
One
sir.
more thing I want. Okay. Tomorrow we will see the tables, and also we will be focusing on beam reinforcement or slab or something. We will look at. Slab will be very easy only.
Yes, sir. Sir,
Say what I want to show you is that. Let's This book is for the Indian standard. I had teased one Nepali student long back, 1 year or 2 years back, and your code is completely different from our code. But still, the I'm just telling the concepts here. Okay?
those are IS code and the Nepali codes approximately same, sir.
Actually, he showed one code book, and in that code book, I'm not sure whether he's Nepali or some other place. What he did is, in every buildings, they have to place some cultural heritage, like those kind of things has to be present like that.
No, sir. It's
In
not
my
right.
office, I have his the codes also. Uh, I think he's from maybe from some other places where a lot of Buddhist temples and monks will be present there.
Oh,
Okay. So I'm not sure. I can't remember properly. I thought those codes will apply to you. So in simple way, the each every building will look like a temple only because in buildings they have to place some kind of sculptures and all.
yes, sir.
So these are the things will be in column. You won't be getting these things, but in beam you'll be getting these things. How to use this value? What kind of how much we have to bend? How much we have to give these values? So there will be some predefined values here, but we can calculate these values also.
Okay.
We will see this in tomorrow's class.
Okay, sure, sir.
Evening again, 4 o'clock, we will see for the